to HerrBawl's Hangouts. It is I, HerrBawl. Maha. How is everybody doing today? We are going to be playing some more Callahan's Crosstime Saloon. Game from Legend Entertainment. Came out in 1997. Was published by Take-Two Interactive, who I guess heard the name Saloon and thought, well, it must be a Western, so promoted it like a Western instead of promoting it like what it is. Hey, Dragon Gem, thank you very much. Remember, brain stopped. Bah. We are trying to help Alfie. We're in the future trying to figure out a way to come up with a cure for a drug that basically makes you uncontrollably psychic or telepathic. So that's where we're trying to go right now. Now, hopefully this is actually working and we're getting sounds. Do I need sugar? No. No, I don't need the sugars. Is there sound? Need to talk to somebody who's going to give us sound. I'm not really hearing sound. Are you guys hearing sound? Oh. Okay. Hey, now we can hear sound, can't we? Just gonna cry in my soup over here. Hey, DC, welcome in. And welcome in always Lala Fufu. Did I read that right? Yes. This is me leaning closer to the screen so I can read, by the way, in case you're wondering. Okay. Right. So, we need to get some money so that we can get a tattoo so that we meet the dress uniform requirements to join the quote-unquote organization.
X100 bitties, enjoy the bits. So anyways, let me hijack your stream with my questions on how to fix my real-life problems. So basically I'm trying to
Yes. Oh, okay. Okay. I know that there is that what you meant by choppy? I thought you meant that they just kind of stutter as they're going along. All right. Got a couple. Ice cream man, couple, door. Thank you, DC, and I will dig into it a little bit further. I don't think so. The way we got you set up is very similar to the way Dragon Gem is set up. Not exactly the same, but very similar. The way mine is set up over here is quite a bit different because of the way I ended up going through it. I'm using a whole nother set of programs. It still uses the same backend, and it's still using OBS Studios to do the actual playing in a web browser source, but got a junkie. You guys seeing that too? That wasn't just me, right? When she leans forward, like, we're getting some weird white pixels here. Interesting. I wonder if that's DOSBox or if that's... My sound is a little sticky? What does that mean? Staticky? Alright, hold on. Probably going to get really staticky and then maybe less so. And by me, do you mean just me, or do you mean all the sound? Oh. So it should be chirpy, and then there should be like a sound every once in a while because this guy's throwing firecrackers. Sound appears to be slightly off from the video by like a half a second or a second. But that's the way the game is. Let me do this then. Let me... Uh-oh. I'm going to get assaulted again. Oh, okay. I wonder if I can do something about this windshield. Can't... Let's try this then. Boop. Alright, is it still staticky? See if we still... Yeah, we're still seeing that when she leans forward. Okay. Well, once we get out of the area with him in it, we'll see if it's still staticky. What was that? Yeah, I guess so. I'm getting spooked. No, that's just how the fireworks sound. So can I fiddle with anybody's pockets? Admire the cut of his uniform. His concealed weapon barely breaks the lines of his starched white uniform. He seems to be taking his time eating his lunch. Concealed weapon? They all got concealed weapons? Women are talking about President Throckmorton's impending impeachment for letting her husband, an illegal alien, work at home without being paid taxes and Social Security over and above what he earned on a suspicious real estate investment scheme funded with soft money from the Iraqis. The worst thing is, it's more complicated than it sounds. So, I feel like we need to get like somebody to come out and try to repair this windshield. Awning, the fringe of which identifies this place as the Tattootoria, hangs over the entrance to the parlor and makes the place look slightly more respectable. Can I call someone? He can call someone. I don't know if I can use his phone. Receptionist. Thug. Can't go up there yet.
Help! She's killing me!
Oh, why don't you act your age? Have a little dignity, why don't you? Now hold still, you keep moving away.
What? I meant to click look at, first of all. This muscular-looking man is simply relaxing and enjoying Mother Nature, or rather the meticulously reconstructed Stepford wife clone of Mother Nature. Bench warmers, which I can't really interact with over there. Posters. I've got this bottle, root beer bottles, that aren't really root beer, or aren't really glass. Hey, Indigo132, I am well. How are you doing? Trying to figure out how to progress here. I need to get money. I think the way I need to do it is I need to steal something out of somebody's pocket, but I can't find the person I'm supposed to steal it out of the pocket. I suspect I need to figure out a way to draw them here. Take the windshield? Nope, still attached to the car. And I can't run nearly fast enough to need my own windshield. Ain't no problem. Good. Chrysler Ricola. These fusion of healthy, neatly pruned polyethylene shrubbery is disguising an array of monitors for radon, carbon monoxide, ozone, EMF, and UV radiation, secondhand smoke, methane, hydrocarbons, pollen, nitrosamines, Ebola, and airborne particulates of the fat substitutes Olestra and Simples. Both of which, by the way, were named after Greek goddesses, Olestria, goddess of seepage, and Simplessa, goddess of renal failure. And the Romans had Aspartamius and Cyclamine. I think I've read that before. I don't know, I haven't seen... Did I miss a... Yeah, I don't see like a public phone out here. So if I'm going to be able to call somebody, it would have to be...
What now? I'm trying to network here.
The rat's ass here.
Who are you?
Who's asking?
Stonebender. Jake Stonebender.
Rat says Puka. Excuse me a second.
He turns back to his phone.
I don't give a flying filbin how much you pay me. You don't say anything about it to her. Are you listening to me? I'll pull you out from that iron lung so fast you're gonna need a thing to put you back in with. I know, I'm sorry. I can't do 5 things at once.
Puts his hand over the mouthpiece and turns to you.
What?
Who are you?
Who's asking?
Stonebender.
Rat, excuse. I know, I'm...
So that's always the same thing.
What?
Thought you could just scroll on by without saying howdy.
You go ahead with your networking. I'll see you later.
I wonder if I can throw the bottle at him. Nope.
I'd swear
That's
these
right.
bottles are glass, but it's fantastic. That's right, kids. It's Glass-tastic, the fantastic elastic glass.
I like it because there's a lot of puns in it, because it's based off of the Spider Robinson novels. Well, short stories and then also novels about Callahan's Crosstime Saloon. And so I like puns, so, I like this game. Even though occasionally it's almost too punny for me. So I loaded some new jokes into my joke Rolodex, my Jokedex, if you will. But some of them I haven't had a chance to go through and customize them at all. So these are some dad jokes. Dad, did you get a haircut? No, I got them all cut. It's pretty standard. Works better if you're actually having a conversation.
Get out.
Oh, here's an actual good one. Okay, what does garlic do when it gets hot? It takes its clothes off. Wiggling my eyebrows. I don't know if that's a thing.
Get out.
Can I do anything different with this car? Alright. Hold on. Alright, this is what we're going to do then. Card, read the yellow list, wear the rubber band, take the glasses, steal the glass cutter from the glazier's pocket. But that's the first time the glazier is mentioned. So it said to read the list, which I think is just pointing out to me that home cooking is, I don't know how to pronounce that. It's supposed to be like French, I'm assuming. But I can harass him because that's one of the things I have to do to become a part of the organization so that I can get upstairs and do more. Oh, if you're liking more and more puns, that just means that you are getting more refined. What do you call a hot dog on wheels? Fast food. So I'm assuming that we need to get the glazier so that I can cut the bottoms off of these beer bottles and use them in place of these lenses. But I don't know how to get the glazier to show up.
Get out.
Instead, there's not like a person somewhere that I'm not seeing, is there? Junkie, but I don't think he's a...
No, don't touch me.
Yeah, search him. Oh, it's my favorite filter. Fly me to the moon. La la la, don't know the actual words. Hey James, welcome in. Did it just do a double shout out for James? I mean, it's fine if it did. I don't mind doing double shout outs. I just would prefer to only do the one. It's only supposed to do one at a time, but that's okay. What if I smear chocolate all over the windshield? No? I'm doing pretty well. Not too bad, not too bad. I can understand being tired, though. That's never fun.
What now?
You go ahead with your...
Can't look up or down. The only place I could do that was a couple of very limited places. So look up a different one of these then, I guess. Get the cutter from the pavement near the glazier, in front of his foot. But again, hello, Darkness Forever. How are you doing? Darkness Forever, for those of you that may or may not know, does wonderful emotes. A lot of the emotes from Dragon Gem were done by her. Yeah, them ones.
We getting ready.
Battle stations. Beaked_Ihor is riding up in here.
I'll leave you alone. All right. Now go back downstairs to that roach-infested hovel you call a room, and don't bother me again. Oh, an awful lot of money to
There we go.
Oh, that's right. Just so you know, in the future, welcome in Raiders, by the way. And thank you very much for the raid, Big D. How is it going? I'm going to have at some point my paw that I can chase that laser pointer around with on screen, because I can't really go all over the screen. But when I started to work on it, the program I was using to make it crashed, and I was like, well, I'm done with this for now, and haven't gotten back to it. Big D's big raid. Okay. I mean, glazier does mean somebody who works with glass, right? Not. Big D, we all know that it's not the size of the boat, it's the motion of the ocean. Right, a bunch of smears, but frosted. Well, yeah, I mean, the size can help, but... What are you doing to this poor pear? It looks like he's digging into it, not... Alright, I definitely remember this place. This sound. Let's get out of there, because that's annoying. Hey, Geneva Lee, welcome in. Oh, let's see if my bot handles your shoutouts properly or not. Didn't do a shoutout. But I am curious. Let's see. Nope. Okay. So it does need to be that and not auto-completed. Interesting. The big man's not the glazier. The bench warmers aren't the glazier. I can't talk to them. Hey, Amy Cat, welcome in. There's not like a glazier standing somewhere. I really feel like it has to do with this. With Rat's ass's car.
What now?
So I've asked who he
You know
is.
anything about it?
Shh, Gates. No, look, I'll call you. Look, I'll. Okay.
I have a question.
What?
You know anything about a Dr. Duplicitous?
Shh,
I'm just going to go through all of his things and see if I can get a...
No, look.
if I need to key off of a specific
Who is
conversation
Dr.
or something
Duplicitous?
with him.
And why are you saying those terrible things about me?
Hey, shut up. Stop saying it out loud. Listen.
Is that sound
you're
coming
walking
through when the
around,
laser
your
pointer
thoughts
goes
are
off?
shouting.
It's,
like
it
you're
should be
poking around
going
asking
like...
about the biggest evil genius in the country, and you're on his turf, man. This is a good way to get yourself recycled.
He's an evil genius?
Well, he's not the most famous. He's not in it for the glamour. He's more
I
of
might
an evil genius as evil
well, I
genius.
can't really up
He's
the
the
audio
one
of that.
behind all the famous ones. Fester Boyle, the head lice, Max Headwound, all the big he studied under. The doctor.
Doctor.
What does he do?
The usual: prostitution, gambling, drugs, gun running, politics, music, after-school sports programs, loan sharking, maybe a little broadcast journalism. You know, wherever he's needed the most. Mexican police. What else can I tell you?
You know anything?
Shh.
Dig
No.
into this a little bit more, see if there's
Okay.
anything else.
Who is
Hey,
I'm glad I'm on his...
right.
Then how do you know there...
You're wasting my...
Well, okay. I'll be
Don't bring me into this. The organization and I are going through a kind of rough period, you know? Like, we're not really understanding each other, hence the windshield.
Tell you what. You give me some help getting to see him, I'll keep your name to myself.
Listen, the big guy's got a private elevator to his lab. I can tell you how to get in, but you gotta do something for me.
I think last time I said keep going on this.
Are you the
but
kind of person I should be cutting a deal with?
You'd have to be nuts not to. At least hear me out.
I suppose.
I gave the organization some collateral that I could really use right now. I know where
Where do they keep it?
they keep it.
That's it? I don't...
Fine, you'll be back. You'll come crawling to me. I'll get your kidney, please. I'll do anything. I want to see Doctor. And when you do, you know where to find me.
Who's Nissa? Nissa is not a weed, is who Nissa is. But in seriousness, Nissa is a planeswalker in the Magic the Gathering game. Dragon Gem does not like her and yells at her.
What now?
You know anything about...
Shh, shh. Gates on a crutch. Rube, keep your voice down.
Nissa is not a weed.
Look. Okay.
Who is Dr. Dup...
Hey,
Then forget...
I
wonder. If I just wait a bunch, if anything will happen. Sometimes. Y'all, Dragon Gem is pretty loud most of the times. Want to try that sentence again? So waiting doesn't seem to be doing it. I wonder if I wait in here and then go back out there.
I'm terribly sorry. Thank you.
Yeah.
The organization, how many arch nemesis? Yeah, I'm afraid I... Organization, cat burglary? Yes, we can handle that. Yes, we can
That's right.
arrange for catering. I'll put you through to reservations. Thank you, ma'am. Please hold. Licensing. Yes, you do need Yes, sir?
Where do I find Dr. Dup...
I'm sorry.
Maybe. I'm look...
Yes, I know that struck me as so funny. We don't make anything like that. I don't even think there would be a demand for it.
Wouldn't Dr. Duplicitous be the one to speak to? He invented voyatrazine, didn't he?
I believe that's just a rumor. You know, we do have a number of criminal masterminds and consulting evil geniuses who might be able to teach you to create something yourself.
Really? How long would that take?
Well, it would involve joining us here and taking classes, working your way up with everyone else. But I'm sure a bright young man like yourself would move up very quickly. And just to help your friend, I think it's wonderful.
Yeah. You're like a stack of pancakes,
What if
yeah.
I want to join the organization?
Well, it costs nothing to sign on. If you meet a number of very basic requirements, you can join and we'll send you a class catalog and a fee schedule in several days. In the meantime, you'd have a basic 10th class thug membership so you can begin to take advantages of the activities and facilities.
What are the basic requirements?
There are 3 requirements. The proper uniform for an entry-level thug, a current organization member in good standing to sponsor you, and performing at least 1 validated harassment.
So I have the sponsor. I know what I need to do for the harassments, or I know where I need to go for the harassment.
What's the proper uniform for a thug?
Sunglasses, ponytail for men, and
That's
at least
ponytail.
1 permanent tattoo in a normally visible location.
I need the money for the tattoo.
Very
and
interesting.
I can do the sunglasses. I've got glasses.
Wonderful.
Let's see. Well, You know what? Okay. All right. Why do you have to have this sign? Why don't they just trust you that if you did it and say you did it? All right. So I've got the sponsorship card, and I've got that filled out. All right. So I'll bet you now if I go out there, the glazier's out there. Yep, the old lady's gone. The maitre d's here. Okay. Hey, look, a glazier replacing the windshield. Got it. All right. So I just forgot something on the way. Okay. Glass cutter. Sneak up behind the glazier and deftly pluck the cutter from his belt. So we're going to cut the root beer bottles with the glass cutter. Thank you. That hurt my ear. Okay. What are you going to do? You're going to eat it. Somebody show her the eating popcorn. Hold on. Nope. Nope. Ah. Nothing. Let me do it over here. There. There we go. Alright, you kneel down and tap the bottle on the floor. The bottom of the bottle breaks cleanly off into a thick round disc. Surprised at the nifty results, you repeat the experiment. Then, having run out of bottles, you stop and discard both of the bottomless bottles of root beer in the dumpster in the alley. Now we got to put these in the glasses so that we've got sunglasses. Okay, you slip the makeshift sunglasses on. We'll spare you the authentic through the glasses shot because you'd only get nauseous the way you do when you play those 3D games. You don't have to be ashamed to admit it. Okay?
Yes, sir, Mr. Pooh. Oh, yes?
Okay.
What you doing? Mr. Puka over there needs another windshield. This happens a lot, does it? Used to be only a couple times a month. It's a little more often now that he quit the organization. This windshield intrigues me. Tell me more. Well, they don't make them like they used to. I have a Suzuki rollover at home. It's been shot at, hit with a sledgehammer, stabbed, left out in the rain during acid storms,
Nostalgic
everything.
Rhino
Still
is
looks as
hiding
good
up
as
in
new.
here.
Oh, and Joey doesn't have a body anymore. He fell straight down instead of flying because he forgot we'd installed new parts on him. Maybe this will jog your memory. I'd be honest. To be honest, I'd love a hint right now at this point in time.
Come in, Raiders. Thank you very much for the raid, Nostalgic Rhino. How is it going? How was your game? I was lurking in your channel earlier. My brain's not working, so I can't remember what it was you were playing. And welcome in all Raiders. I guess I need to get better at introducing myself. I am HerrBawl. I am not a cat. I just play one on Twitch. I am a person sitting here with a camera pointed at me. You just can't see my face because I'm a chicken like that. But I do like playing games. Most of the time I'm going to be playing games from my childhood. Or at least games that I would have liked to have played in my childhood if I had my own source of income, which would have completely ruined my childhood anyways, you know, if I had to make all those decisions as a kid. But right now I'm playing Callahan's Crosstime Saloon. This is a game from '97 by Legend Entertainment, the people that would go on to make the Wheel of Time games, the Companions of Xanth game, the Spellcasting 101, 201, and 301 games. Right, Secret of Mana. Yes, yes. How is Baby Rhino doing, Rhino? Baby Rhino is very cute. Very, very cute. Very tiny. Waking up. She gotten her sunshine today? Let's see.
What you doing? Mr. Puko. This happens a lot. Yes. This organization intrigues me. Tell me more. Well, they're right over there.
He indicates the big Australian-looking building? Oh, right, because it looks kind of like the Sydney Opera House.
It looks like the Sydney Opera House. Close. It's supposed
Thank
to
you,
be a
Jake.
bloomin' onion. What can you tell me about them? Well, they're delicious. You take an onion and... Hold on, let me write this recipe down. It's not that complicated.
He explains the process to you, and you nod politely. You were being facetious when you told him you wanted to write it down, but he must not be trying that hard to read your mind. So we're in the future currently where most everybody is on a drug that makes them permanently telepathic and uncontrollably telepathic. That's a good question. I don't know if it was or not. I would assume that it would have to be if they knew what a bloomin' onion was for this game. I don't remember when it started showing up, though. And welcome in, Hardly Organ.
Maybe you should just get back to work. Oh, good idea. I gotta get down to the first bank of what's up. The ATMs got together and insisted on bulletproof enclosures. The ATMs got together? Yeah, again. Don't it suck? As if the rest is
1988.
part of what they already get paid for.
Yeah, first bank of what's up. A lot of the stuff in this game are hilarious. Like this home cooking back here. Everything on the menu is made of people. Because in the future there's nothing else to eat, I guess. So I gotta sell this back to him.
Excuse me, I
You do
believe
the right
this is
thing.
yours.
The glazier hesitantly takes it.
It is, it's yours. No, I don't think so.
The glazier looks at the cutter with apprehension. He turns it over and points out to you that it's obviously been used by somebody who doesn't know the first thing about cutting glass.
Read my mind if you like. That's your glass cutter.
Glazier concentrates for a moment, then looks at you with surprise and says, "You're right." He also decides to take it off your hand, but insists that it's worth something to him. He opens his wallet and pulls out a wad of bills, which he gives to you. He thanks you and tells you how much hassle you've just saved him.
Not really. I can't accept this money. Sure you can. Look, this is great. Now I've got one to replace the one I stole until I found the one I lost.
Rather than contradict the glazier, who seems determined to pay you for giving him back his own glass cutter, you relent and accept the money. Ooh, do I need to take some of this? You pick up the largest single scrap of tinted plastic. Okay. Yes, Rat's Ass is this guy's name. This is Rat's Ass Puka. I think I need to harass this guy. Here we go. You walk up to the man who seems to be the restaurant's maitre d'.
Is your name by any chance Perry Ye?
Oui? Who is inquiring?
Hey, I'm here to harass you about your late protection payment.
Oh, terrific. Can't you see the lunch crowd I've got here?
I'm sorry, I'll come back after they've cleared out.
I would appreciate it.
No, man. I harassed you.
Are you ready to be harassed?
No, my lunch crowd is still here.
What time do you think they'll be leaving?
After lunch.
After lunch. Well, I don't want to wait, so let's go get tattooed. Now that I've got this, let's see.
What does that design say? The one with the U-shaped dotted line?
Push thumb in, pull flap up. It'll cost
Okay.
you that whole $30 in your wallet.
Do you have anything cheaper?
I was giving you a break. $50 is usually my minimum. This is for the thugs?
Yeah.
You don't want that design. I'll give you what you need.
For $20?
Hervé just stares at you.
All right. $30.
You start to hand him the wad of money when he pauses and looks straight into
Are
your
you
eyes.
positive about this?
Yep.
Do it.
Hervé takes the money and puts it somewhere
Put
behind
your
the
hand
counter.
here.
Takes your hand and after swabbing it carefully with antiseptic wipes, goes quickly to work.
So you're giving me what all the thugs get, is that it? Ow. You know, I thought this was going to hurt more than it does. It's actually not too bad. Ow. It's not a very colorful tattoo, is it? Ow.
Half hour later.
About how this friend of a friend of mine got his nipple tattooed, but it got infected, so eventually it fell off. Now, is that possible, or is it just an old wives' tale?
Done.
He inspects your hand carefully, holding it to eye level and sighting down the lines to check himself for accuracy. It's a great job, especially considering he did it freehand. The needle is thrown away. Hervé replaces it with the needle he was using earlier on the pair, pulls out his trusty fruit, and resumes practicing. You admire the job he did on the back of your hand, a perfect universal
Great
product
job. Do I
code.
have to take any special care of it?
Don't get it under any high-frequency lasers. They'll take it right out.
Thanks.
Sure.
Right, let's take that. Being careful not to stick yourself, you take the needle as a souvenir of your short but indelibly etched in your memory visit to the tattootorium. Alright. So that hasn't made any of the lunch crowd go away.
I didn't do it.
You got anything that would clear out a crowd?
I got good stink bombs.
Can I get one from you?
Maybe. What's it worth?
What do you want?
You got any blasting caps?
How about some really good chocolate?
No, but I'll tell you what. I'll trade you a bloodsicle for a stink bomb.
What's that?
Ice cream.
That's nice that you still have ice cream.
It's not really ice cream, but I like it because it spreads rapidly when you set it on fire.
Okay, fair enough. I'll get you a bloodsicle.
Okay?
Go back to what you were doing. Don't lose a finger.
Alright, so that's definitely this guy. He informs you that he'll be back at his wagon when he finishes lunch and has had his dessert, and that he's not selling anything until he's damn good and ready.
Welcome, monsieur. Table for one? Oh, you are not here to eat. What do you want?
What are your specials today?
Our featured appetizers tonight are lawyer eggs pate with a walnut confit and steamed mussels with saffron and fennel. For a main course, we are offering a delicious broiled Maine mobster with drawn butter and Chechen with 40 clones of Gaelic.
40 clones of Gaelic.
Do go on. I'm fascinated.
For dessert, we have assorted Belgian tarts and a spectacular vanilla souffle, flayed right here at the table.
It all sounds delicious.
Perhaps you would like something?
Not a chance in hell. Is that real drawn butter?
Not really, but it is a very convincing lithograph.
Thank you, I've lost my appetite.
Major D returns to tending his flock. Like lambs to the slaughter. Blah ha ha. Okay. Got a good sized scrap of tinting from the glazier. That's some good scrounging you did there. It's almost as good as the time you found a discarded 5x5 block of foam rubber in front of the upholstery place in Huntington. At least you think it was discarded. Alright, so I don't know why I have Alfie's beanie, because I can't wear it. And it's a hypnotic thing, so it's supposed to work. That's right. Now we're raving up in here. Should look at this marker. What can I do with a marker? Non-permanent marker for marking materials before they're cut. Wonder if I was supposed to use that for something. Not supposed to be writing on it. Who are you? Crystal? Next you'll want to wrap the harassment voucher in a big sheet of pink plastic. Don't get that reference. Scribble all over the lenses with the magic marker. Okay. Now I have dark magic marker ink smeared all over the 2 reading glass lenses. And we'll see if that's something I need to use. Nope. Ice cream man, do you want something? You're going to take Alfie's beanie. You've got a responsibility to take care of it. You better not let it fall into the wrong hands. Here, you want some chocolate? They probably all know you have chocolate. None of them are visibly impressed. True, true, true. Alright, so I have a tattoo. I've got the sunglasses. We'll look at myself. Nope, that doesn't help. I've got the sign off. I just need to be able to harass him. I need the stink bob to do that, and I need a blood sickle to an ice cream to be able to get that. Multi-pop, a tooth-numbing chocolate igloo bar, or a headache-inducing blood sickle fills your mind with images of somebody else's happier childhood. Welcome in, instrumentical. Inscription, huh? Ah, thank you. Dragon Gem loves the cat too. Wait, what we got? Ah. Why did the math textbook look so sad? Because it has so many problems.
Get out.
I still have that on the list. I will get the thing so that I can chase it actually around better. Just assuming that it doesn't. That GIMP doesn't crash on me again. Got a concealed weapon. I already tried giving that to him, didn't I? Could get an ice cream man to be finished with his dessert. Hey, thanks again for the raid, Nostalgic, and I wish you and Mrs. Rhino and the baby Rhino the best, and thank you very much for stopping by. Definitely keep taking care of that family. Start to enter the restaurant when the maitre d' stops you. Okay.
Just what kind of restaurant is this, anyway?
We have been in the same location for over 2 years. That's 14 in restaurant years. Our chef is Chef Sabiro, a graduate of the Donner School of Culinary Arts in Oakhurst, California.
Calif? Is that California?
It was until half of the state fell into the Pacific Ocean.
Pacific Ocean. Again, a lot of this stuff, I don't remember what date I went to. I think I want to say this took me into 2022. Or maybe it was 2032. In the future from 1997, which is quote-unquote present. Yeah, the Donner School of Cooking. But there's so many puns in this game. And some of the references that it makes goes straight over my head.
Are you an organization man?
The maitre d' sneers.
If I were in the organization, I wouldn't be in the restaurant business. I'd be skimming the fat off whatever profits guys like me make. I'd be preying on the little people, the people who actually work for a living. I'd be a leech on society. I'd be scum.
So is that a no?
Rather than answer you, the maitre d' gives you an especially sour look. Already asked about the specials.
Are you from the organization?
I am aspiring to be.
What a shame. Business is fair, thank you for asking. The worst thing about being in my business is the organization, but I'm only telling you that because I know you can keep a secret. Your head is full of them.
Did he just lose his accent?
How's business?
Are you from the organization?
This is like a completely different person talking. What the heck?
Yes.
Business is lousy. Hey, you were just lying to me.
I mean, I'm working on it.
Well, be nice to the ones you meet on the way up.
What are your specials today?
Our featured appetizers tonight are Lawyer X Pate with a walnut confit and steamed mussels with saffron and fennel. For a main course, we are offering a delicious broiled Maine lobster with...
How can anybody ever decide?
It can be a problem, particularly when we have only one serving left of a particular special.
Aha.
One night, the demand got so outrageous that I had to pry two women apart.
Really?
They are our last two, so we had to split them and serve them as half portions.
Thank you, I've lost my
Half
appetite.
Okay. What do we think I need to do to be able to get the ice cream man to finish with his lunch? So I have to get the ice cream man to be able to sell me an ice cream in order for me to get this stink bomb from the punk and then use it to clear out the tables at the restaurant so that I can then harass this guy and get him to sign my harassment voucher. Here, take a look at this recipe. Nope. Take a pencil to the neck. Nope. Crowbar to the dome. Excuse me, tire iron to the dome, sorry. Nobody needs tire irons anymore, they don't have flat tires. And crates all have easy open lids. Let me try to talk to him again. Peevishly informs you that he'll be back at his wagon when he finishes lunch and had his dessert, that he's not selling anything until he's damn good and ready. So he's got to finish his lunch and have his dessert. Is there anything else I can do? Direct it here. Perrier shifts from the tables, wiping off the occasional overlarge chunk of carbonized air from the seats and tables. Or shifts among. What I'm supposed to be using the needle for. I'm not sure if there was multiple ways for me to get the glasses or not. The lenses, I should say, because I'm wearing good enough lenses. Call of Duty Shooter Cat. Bend down to pick up the milk jug, and as you lift it, you see a few tablespoons of fluid in the bottom. This yellowish liquid you suspect to be virulently unhealthy to breathe, let alone consume, and you drop the jug again. And again, considering what was originally in this jug, it could be fresh from a processed cow-like animal. Needle HerrBawl used to give you your tattoo gives you immense pleasure. What? Okay. Marking materials before they're cut, right? Call of Duty Shooter Man. Where do math teachers go on vacation? Times Square. Oop, what'd I do? What'd I click?
Get out.
Scrim's wagon lid has been padlocked to keep away thieves, varmints, and itinerant time-traveling folk singers. That's me. Okay, Legends DM, welcome in. Unlock. Don't have a suitable key. Okay. Good old rat's ass puka. Perrier's. Kahala Beach in Hawaii. Hey, Pureblind Gamer, welcome in. I am doing well today. I'm trying to figure out how to get this ice cream man to sell me an ice cream so that I can give it to this punk to get a stink bomb to clear out all the people in this restaurant. Quote unquote restaurant. Cafe. And you're welcome for the shout out. Okay. I'm gonna have to... should probably just leave this up. Talk to the maitre d', try to harass him, you need to wait until the cafe is cleared. Talk to the punk, he says he needs this ice cream. Pick the lock on the ice cream wagon. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I have it, Legends, I have the shout-out command do both the title and the category, because the category doesn't always tell you what you need to know. I mean, just chatting could be anything, right? Retro could be a lot of things, so... Carefully insert the needle into the lock and work it around. After a few seconds, there's a click and the padlock pops open. Okay. The lock picked, you're able to open the freezer door. As you do, the ice cream man bolts over from the restaurant, his face livid. He hollers at you to get away from his wagon. He adds that he knows you just wanted him. He adds that he knows you just wanted him so that you could buy ice cream for the jerk with the firecrackers, and that you could have waited till he'd had his own dessert. You ask the ice cream man for a bloodsicle and then realize you spent every last cent you had on the tattoo. Fortunately, the ice cream man picks up on the fact that you've got chocolate. Facts on chocolate? He asks you. You tell him that, in fact, you have one of the 3 original bars of Facts on Chocolate ever made, hand-molded by the woman who discovered the ancient grove that Facts on Chocolate comes from. He knows you're telling the truth and is extremely impressed. You give him a small taste of the chocolate, and he willingly gives you a bloodsicle. See, I knew everybody didn't care or that some people would care about the chocolate. Here. You swap the bloodsicle and the bomb with the young punk, whose eyes light up. Isn't it nice to see that even in these days of jaded youth, ice cream still brings delights to a child? Well, I don't know. We'll see about that. He practically inhales the ice cream and meticulously licks off the stick.
Watch this.
He pulls out a match and lights the dry end of the stick. He cocks his arm back and flings the stick across the park. As it reaches the end of its arc, it bursts into flame and explodes when it hits the ground. Cars swerve, mother screams, fathers weep, children applaud, and the punk giggles maniacally.
See? That's why I wanted you to buy it for me. They won't sell them to kids my age.
You evil fiend.
Not yet, but someday I hope to be.
Bro, how old are you supposed to be? You don't look like a kid anymore. You don't sound like a kid. Not just a stink bomb, it's a stink bomb of your... It's a stink bomb of your fondest childhood memories, so round, so full of promise, you can almost see the gagging and retching it'll cause people. Stink bomb lands on the ground in front of the home cooking and fills the block with a foul stench. The maitre d' runs into the street, trying to get everyone to come back, or at least pay their bills. Nice way to avoid animating people actually running and moving. Perrier's rushes back outside and quickly removes the bomb from the premises.
Please do not leave, Madame, Monsieur.
Crowd at the restaurant has a similar reaction and they clear out immediately.
Ah, God damn it.
I see, so he's faking this whole time. Got it.
Your lunch crowd seems to have cleared out. You owe us some money, I believe. You better pay up, or else.
Oh, yes, it's harassment time, isn't it?
Damn straight, mister.
Very well, go ahead.
If you don't give us our money pretty soon, we're gonna have to get tough. Maybe damage all of this, okay? So let's get with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, consider yourself harassed.
That's it? You call that harassment? That's hardly even making a nuisance of yourself. Here, grab me by the collar.
Oh, you seem a little too into this, dude. You grabbed the maitre d' by the collar.
Shake me.
Shake him back and forth.
What am I, a baby?
You shake him hard.
It'll do. Now hit me.
Whoa.
I have to?
And you're in the organization.
I don't know what happened there.
Come on. Okay, slap me then.
You half push, half smack him in the jaw.
Pitiful. Harder. Come on, my grandmother could harass me better than that. Rough me up. Throw me against the brick wall. Punch me in the stomach.
You give him an Indian burn.
Like this.
He hurls himself bodily against the wall, then throws himself across the table and into the floor. He then stomps himself a few times for good measure, necessitating a rather awkward contortion. Finally, he stands up and wipes a small trickle of blood from the corner of his mouth. What is it? Chuck Palahniuk watch this game or something?
That kind of thing. Now, do you want to give it a try?
You give him a very hard noogie to the top of the head.
Bless. That was the worst harassment in the whole glorious history of harassment. Okay, I'll have the money by tomorrow, yada, yada, yada. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Did he sign it? Okay, good. All right.
Yes, sir?
How's my hair now?
That's just fine, Mr. Stonebender. Please be wearing it when you return with all your other prerequisites. You'll need to meet the official standard appearance for a thug, the first level of membership. You'll also need that completed harassment voucher and a sponsorship card from a registered organization member. For you, the appropriate accoutrement would be a ponytail, a pair of sunglasses, and a tattoo.
I'll be back.
We'll be here until closing.
I guess they don't count those as the proper bottle. Let me try giving this to her. She takes the voucher from you and compares it to a copy of the list on the bulletin board.
This seems to be in order. Very good. Did Mr. Ye make any payments to you directly?
No.
I thank you, Legends. Have a very good look. The receptionist stares at you for a moment.
And do you have your other prerequisites?
Not quite yet.
Well, you keep a hold of this voucher and present it to me when you've got all the prerequisites satisfied, okay? Okay.
Thanks.
Alright, so... do I need to steal the... this way? And to remove the glasses. Then we're going to disassemble the glasses. Maybe clean these. I mean, they're plenty clean. I see. How do you propose to apply the huge sheet of tinting to the small pieces of glass? Of course. I don't know. Do I need to steal this guy's cutting tools again? No. Alright. Is there a heat source? Oh, the old lady from the place, huh? The old lady is obviously no match for the young man who's exchanging heated words with her.
Hello?
You're not in the organization by any chance, are you?
Oh, yes, they have bingo.
Would you sponsor me?
I'd be honored. I think you'd make a very nice crook. Stand up and let me look at you.
You obligingly stand and pirouette for the old lady.
Yes, you'll do well. Oh, this is so exciting. Where do I sign?
You give the old lady your sponsorship card and she fills it out, smiling widely the whole time.
There you are. You'll let me know how you're doing, won't you? I want to be able to tell people my protege is successful. And you come to me with any assignments you don't know how to handle, okay?
Of course. And thank you.
Goodbye, goodbye.
Alright, let's look at the sponsorship card, see if this looks any better. Okay. Alright, well, let's try this then. Put these back on.
Yes, sir?
I'll be back.
We'll be here. Yes, sir, this is fine. This will do nicely. Do you have the other prerequisites completed?
Not quite all of them.
Well, you keep a hold of this until you do, okay?
Okay.
So I've got the sponsorship correct. I've got the other bit correct. I just need to get these glasses working. Move. Disassemble. Gingerly press the lenses into the frame, smudging the magic marker as little as possible, making a pair of rather crappy looking sunglasses, alright? You slip on the sham sunglasses on, the world looks smeary and brown and surrealistic like Edvard Munch's The Scream. How apropos.
Yes, sir?
I'll be back.
Ambusher and Killingham may... Yes, we are. Yes, we are. The National Rifle Association, the Batter Business Bureau, and the Center for Silencers in the Public Interest. You're very welcome. Bye-bye.
Centers for Silencers in the Public Interest.
Yes, sir, this is fine. We still...
Okay, so it's not working quite right for the glasses. So, can I think of a way to heat or otherwise apply root beer bottle bottoms are dark and ugly enough without being blackened with a magic marker. You're not supposed to be writing on that. Who are you, Cristo? Next you want... Alright, already. Tried that. Always with the convoluted logic in these adventure games. Probably trim the tinting before you put it on the glass lenses. No, how come... What? Listen, I know how I would do this. I would slap the tinting on there, put the lenses in behind it, and use that to lock it into place, and then I would cut it with the tattoo needle. It doesn't seem to be a suitable place.
Congress. No, I'm sorry. They didn't come in today. May I take a message? No, it's not looking very likely for tomorrow either. Certainly. Yes, okay. You're welcome.
Okay. They've got a heated argument. They've got bench warmers. Can I use that to apply this? Probably trim the tinting before. I tried that once, didn't I? What else can I use to cut? Walk through time of days. What? Not a dang. Oh, I see. The tinting that was on the ground is... Okay. You hand your homemade sunglasses to the receptionist who peers through them.
Very nice. There's a little air bubble or something in that left lens, but these looks dirty and should offer nice protection against UV. And do you have your other prerequisites?
I think I do.
Let's see.
He goes over a checklist with care. She approves your new hairstyle, your sunglasses, and your tattoo.
Smart choice of tattoo. Most of us end up getting one of the UPC tattoos anyway. It makes payday go so much quicker.
Then she meticulously checks both the harassment voucher and the sponsorship
If I
card.
end up making a mistake here, it takes weeks to untangle. Yep, these are both just fine. Congratulations, Mr. Stonebender. I have a feeling being a third-rate thug is just the beginning for you. Just a moment and I'll get your license.
He types into her terminal under the counter and a minute later produces a slick laminated card certifying you as a third-class thug in the organization.
Thanks for waiting. You'll be receiving your class schedule and information packet in the next few days. And at your first class, you'll be fingerprinted and photographed.
Thank you. I'll try to make you proud.
Look at this photograph. You admire your new card and you celebrate your newfound status by throwing out the cut pieces of glass in your pocket, thus lightening something, something, something. Alright. You start to walk into the Thug's Lounge, but the Thug looks at you with those big dark glassy eyes and roots you on the,
I ain't
to
seen
the
your
spot.
license yet, cupcake.
Read it and weep.
You play your trump card and thrust the license in the Thug's face. He grabs your wrist and pulls your arm back so he can focus on the license. His brain slowly absorbs its meaning, and very much in the same manner that a solid block of brass soaks up water, and he lets go of your wrist. Taking offense at the undeserved rough treatment you received, you don't mince words with him.
It is.
You march triumphantly into the Thug's Lounge. You can almost hear the crowds roaring and the theme from Chariots of Fire. Nope, we'll just take. Take the kidney and under cover of the open fridge, slip it into your shirt. Closing the fridge, you attempt to stroll nonchalantly out of the Thug's Lounge with the big sloshing jar pinned under your arms and your side. The Thug in the bar casts a suspicious eye at you, which sails past you and goes rolling onto the floor. Then the poor eyeball rolls out of the door. Thug immediately walks over, opens the fridge, and announces a sudden 50% drop in iced kidney. The Thug by the door grabs you as you sneak
trying to
by.
steal one of our stolen organs?
As he shakes you, the sloshing sound grows very loud, and finally the Thug hears it. He reaches into your collar, and pulls the bottle out with his right hand, and with his left hand shoves you across the floor. You stand, tuck in your shirt, and inspect a number of scrapes. Thug returns the kidney to the refrigerator and goes back to his post. Okay? Alright. But I believe that means I can go up here now.
I'm only saying this once. You are not going up there with what you got.
Nuclear Energy Committee. I'm sorry, ma'am, but the Public Relations Department has... No, ma'am, that's not possible. There are safeguards... Well, all right then. Put your other head on the line and I'll tell her the same thing. I understand that, ma'am, but what you need to understand is that we are 100% not guilty. Certainly. Anytime. Bye-bye now.
Don't trust atoms. They make up everything.
Yes.
How do I get upstairs?
Practice.
I lost my card. May I have another?
He gazes piercingly at you for a moment.
You can't fool me, Mr. Stonebender. But I can't blame a guy for trying. What do you want with two of them anyway?
Spare? For the car? I don't know.
If you ever really lose it, come back to me, and I'll see that you get another one.
I just wanted to tell you, you're a pleasure to work with.
Why, thank you. That means a lot coming from a guileless, affable thug like yourself.
Let's see.
Yeah? Been in the family for generations. Good thing my great-great-great-great-grandfather picked up a pair when he had the opportunity. Scarce as hell now. I don't get it.
Trying to remember how they mentioned how to go up in rank.
I'm not warning you anymore. I'm just gonna say, you and that elevator aren't going anywhere together.
Your elevator doesn't quite go to the top floor, does it?
No, that other one does.
Okay, so I probably need to just figure out a way to get the kidney out without freaking out then. Looks just like a human kidney with a maze of twisty little veins, all alike. Refrigerator door slams closed. Thug in the bar casts a suspicious eye at you, which sails past you and goes rolling onto the floor. Yada yada yada. The thug immediately walks over, opens the fridge, sees 2 kidneys just as he remembered it, turns back to look at you again, his face twisted by confusion since he doesn't understand what's going on, but after a moment of deliberation, he shrugs and goes back to his loafing. Okay. Look outside. See if anything's changed out here.
Oh, it's my youthful ward. How are you doing in thug school?
Great.
He looks at you
you're
hard
a
for a
bad
moment.
liar. You'll have to work on that.
Thanks, Meemaw.
If it isn't the shakiest thug in the West.
Forgive me, I'm basically a nice person.
Then get out of that line of work. If I'm going to put my life into someone's hands, I'd like them to at least be competent.
I'm a little afraid to say this, but I'm hungry.
Well, we have some leftovers from lunch if you'd like something. Suppose it doesn't hurt to keep your wheels greased. If I recall, we have some salmon croquettes, some haggis, some snake and kidney pie. And for dessert, we have several flavors of gigolo and some very nice crème brûlée.
Make mine skank and kidney pie, please.
An interesting choice, sir.
Harry disappears into the restaurant for a moment and comes out with a jar containing
I
a
was
kidney.
mistaken. We have a leftover kidney, but the chef says we are not going to cut up our 20-foot anaconda just for one slice of pie.
He hands the jar to you. It has a large human-looking kidney floating
Is this
in
a
it.
human kidney?
What do you care? It's free.
If it's all the same to you, maybe I'll have this later.
That's what I figured, so I put it into a to-go jar.
Okay. Alright. Actually, before I do this, let me go back and talk to him and see if he tells me which of the kidneys is his.
I got my thug card.
Yeah, you got my kidney.
Nope, not yet.
Talk to.
I want to know what makes you tick.
Oh, sorry, that's strontium 90. Bad scene that day. That's the last time I take one of those power plant tours.
No, I don't have a Geiger counter. I was asking about you. Do you always transact business in alleys?
Don't speak not of what you don't know, okay? Today's a special occasion. I nearly got off. So while my office gets a new window, I'm dispossessed.
That's good enough for me. Thanks for the info.
Hey, you ain't scratched my surface. I'm a deep guy. A hell of a lot deeper than you.
Yeah, deep down I'm a very shallow guy.
I know, I can tell.
No, I can tell. Alright, well, I'll save and then we'll try it. Open the fridge. I'm gonna swap. There isn't any more room in the refrigerator. Okay. I don't think it gave me enough time to really... Okay, cleverly putting the one Perry gave you in its place. He's definitely taken aback when he sees 2 kidneys. Then he thinks you must be using the same tactic they use. Sits back down and you emerge victorious. Alright. Hey, Amy Cat, have a good one. And thank you for stopping by. Rat's ass takes the kidney and shakes it.
So good.
He opens the jar and dumps the kidney into his hand. Turning it over, he checks the serial number engraved on the bottom.
Nice going, Ace.
Rat's ass plops the kidney back in the jar and wipes his hand on the back of his pants. The goo beads up and runs off.
So here's what you want to know. The code for Dr. Duplicitus's elevator is 382-582-532. Here's how you remember it. Muffin, love, and lemon. Just remember muffin, love, and lemon.
How does that help me remember anything?
It's easy. 2 is N, 3 is M, 5 is L, 8 is F or V. Ignore the vowels. So you have...
You take your pencil and write the number on the back of the recipe. Thank you.
Don't mention it. You know, don't kid him about his hair. He's very sensitive.
I wouldn't have anyway.
Oh no, I would have. Did I actually put it on the back of the recipe? Don't mind me, folks. You punch the code Rat's ass gave you into the keypad and you hear the elevator word of life. Well, that's nice. It didn't make me actually remember it. When the elevator arrives, you swagger into it and turn to see the thug gaping at you. The door closes. The elevator begins to ascend automatically. After a minute, it stops and disgorges you into the laboratory. The center of this clean, busy laboratory is a tank large enough to 3 or 4 people, or if engineered by Squish's race, may be part of your foot. Guessing that was supposed to say hold 3 or 4 enough people. The room is humming with activity, with all manner of mysterious chemical reaction, computation, preservation, and experimentation going on. Everyone is too busy to notice the arrival of you and your thought patterns. Oh, it's Cecil B. DeMille. Biochamber control panel, blackboard, pickled experiment, computer. Ah, I misread that as orgasm in a drum. Assistant. 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 The elevator I came out of. Lab wipe. Alright, let's talk to Cecil and see why we would have to worry about his hair. Man who looks like a Cecil to you stands working in front of a control panel. The elevator door closes.
I'm working.
I have a friend who's having a critical reaction to voyatrazine. I'm looking for an antidote.
That's too bad. There's no such chemical.
I've been told there's no Dr. Duplicitus either.
Cecil clenches his jaw but refuses to respond. Okay.
What are you working on?
I'm maintaining the precise balance of environmental variables for optimal theta brainwave state, or any other state desired.
And what's everyone else working on?
Better living through chemistry.
Pardon me, I'm looking for the doctor.
The doctor is tanking.
Pardon me?
He's in the think tank.
That little honey right over there.
He gestured towards the Le Biochambre 4000 in front of him. Okay.
Thanks for all the info.
He turns back to his work. Alright, let's start causing some destruction. We'll take this wipe. I'm going to erase the whiteboard. If you were to erase this blackboard, it would be because you fear that you cannot understand, and since you'd hate to have to admit that to yourself, you restrain from your destructive impulses. Why? Come on now. Let me be a cat. All the cabinet contains is a flask. Get ye flask. Cannot get ye flask. The assistant ignores you. Excellent. Endoplasmic reticulum on the rocks. Saw something like this served at Casimir's. It ordered a beer. You try to unscrew the top, but the thing in the bottle deliberately holds it shut, making it smarter than you. Nice. Marinated bolus. Okay. Conduit. Major conduit provides general atmosphere to the private biochamber. This one gonna ignore me too? Yep. Okay, experiment number 1. Two. The wheel on the biochamber door looks like an example of fine, swift craftsmanship and precision. From afar, this appears to be a high-end mainframe, but you're shocked to see that this is one of those cheap clone mainframes that runs a not-quite Unix-compatible language. Worst thing is, no on-site service. Every time there's a problem, sending it to overseas for repair is a major hassle. Le Biochambre.
What is this?
That's on a need-to-know basis only. So tell me you're a criminal mastermind so I can tell you about this. It's a very exciting piece of machinery, very powerful, very, very exciting technology here, but it's very secret, and up till now has only been available to a precious few. Say you're a criminal mastermind. Say it.
I'm a criminal mastermind.
Terrific. We call this Le Biochambre 4000, the state-of-the-art solution for twisted geniuses like you, who may just not be feeling as diabolical as you used to. Maybe you let yourself go. Maybe you're just exhausted. There's a million ways it can happen. But with Le Biochambre, you can achieve the perfect atmosphere for villainous thought. The kind masterminds need to keep pulling off crimes of the century. It's this easy. You program in any set of audio, nasal, and ambient tactual environmental variables. Then you push the button and voila! What we call the complete Biochambre experience.
Does it have any visual capabilities?
Does it have any visual? Look, we don't call this the greatest little isolation tank ever made for nothing. It projects a non-interactive, composited holographic 360-degree image around the inner lenticular circumference, simulating any environment, any time period, anywhere in your home. And you can get the sensation of moving through the world with on-the-fly, fully digital scene regeneration. None of that rendered crap. You can also select from an infinite variety of weather conditions. Barometric, hydrostatic, gravitational. Hey, it's all there. And even my 10-year-old daughter at home can use it. Isn't that incredible? What would you pay for something like this?
I don't think I could afford it.
And if that wasn't enough, listen to this. Every smell currently cataloged by the NSB is reproduced in seconds with a continuous online automated time-slicing microlab capable of producing up to 12 complex smells simultaneously. Now, how much would you pay?
Not interested.
Of course you're not, if that was all. Order one of these now, and we'll include 2 bottles of Le Biochambre 4000 SF polish, specially formulated to keep your Le Biochambre looking clean and high-tech. 2 free bottles. Okay, 3 free bottles. Let me tell you the number to call.
I appreciate it, but this was more information than I needed. A lot more.
You somehow manage to detach yourself from the exuberant research salesman and edge away. Realizing he's not about to close a quick sale, he turns his attention back to a control console. Alrighty then. Did I give him a wedgie? Nope. Okay. There are a number of square control panels mounted on the wall. You suspect that they control the tanks, and given the malevolent appearance of the tank's occupants, you decide not to toy with them. Cellular mass au jus? Pickled experiment? Alright, let's... Blackboard is a chock-a-block with high-level differential calculus.
Hey,
Slide.
there'll be no blackboard sliding on my watch, mister.
This board is built in.
Hey.
Okay. Look at the experiments. Tangled confusion of breakers, flask retorts, and other lab equipment precariously stands on the lab table. You'd better resist your base instincts. You don't know your acid from a hole in the ground. Okay? You said about disassembling the experiment, but the way it's been interconnected leads you to believe that if you take anything out, the rest of it will come crashing down around you. That's what I want to do. Three multi-compartmental stainless steel tables are spaced throughout the room. Okay? Biochambra door. Probably can't get away with... Let's see. Hey, old grumpy mama, thank you very much for the lurk. The lurk's so nice, I shouted you out twice. I can talk to the computer? You don't know how to speak in machine language? Old Pucky. You're not very good at it. Open the computer, you open the panel and look at the whirring discs, LEDs, and banks of circuit boards that completely fill the computer. Utterly baffled by the technology and unwilling to stick your hand into high-voltage equipment without a proper insurance policy, you close the panel. They forgot an on-off switch. Mainframe is humming away. You wouldn't want it any more on than it already is. Alright.
I'm very sorry. I'm running the Biochambra 4000 at the moment.
Who's inside?
That's privileged information. But I am going to tell you how you can make $25,000 your first week in real estate just by breaking these 5 simple laws.
That's okay. I've already made my fortune. I'm retired now.
You swing the blackboard out a few inches enough to see that the board behind this one has been erased. Years of high school science and math finally pay off big time as you fully recognize several of the symbols among the hundreds on this blackboard. You don't remember their specific meaning, but you remember them. This one didn't give me a look behind option. The blackboard's over here? No. Freezer! You bring your mouth an inch from the glass and breathe on it. It fogs up and immediately clears again, not even leaving you enough time to write "just say no" in the foggy area. Whatever it takes to unlock these compartments, you don't have. Try to open each freezer doors, but powerful magnetic locks are holding them closed.
Keep away from that.
I just want to touch it, that's all.
Well, okay. But don't try any other verbs on it.
Fair enough.
You touch the conduit very quickly at first, in case it's hot enough to burn you or cold enough to freeze you. Anticlimactically, it's room temperature. You can feel a slight vibration though, as if something is flowing through it, but under heavy insulation. Run your hands over the walls, feeling for loose tiles or hidden doors with doorknobs too small to see with the naked eye. But as they say in the Middle East, the walls are as solid as Iraq. Probably supposed to be pronounced as solid as Iraq. For the joke, I don't know how it's actually supposed to be pronounced. According to the tiny label just below the bottle, they're cloning another one of Charles Bronson's hair pieces. Oof. Last time one of these things got loose, there was another Death Wish movie. Let's not let that happen again, okay? excuse me. I liked the Dashwood movies. Without the life support provided by this cloning tank, the hairpiece would curl up and die. Hey, wouldn't that be a terrific name for a hair salon? Most likely nobody's ever thought of it before. Alright.
I never thought I'd be in a situation where I'd find myself saying, damn, I left the cutting torch on the satellite. But I guess the time has come.
Guess the time has come. No, you couldn't have taken it with you even if you wanted to.
What do you think you're doing?
Opening this thing. I want to see what's inside.
Well, there's somebody busy in there right now.
Alright, let's look at this lab wipe. From the imprint on the little towel, you can see that it's wipe and survive isotope absorbent towelette. I'm guessing I need to absorb some sort of a, let's see. It smells okay to you, but then again, you're not sure what radioactivity smells like. Doing it, buddy. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. You dip the lab wipe into a beaker of the fluid. Okay. You really should have disposed of it properly, but that probably means burying it thousands of feet deep in the salt mine somewhere. Well, hopefully number 3 is what I needed. I don't want to give it to him. I want to, like, wrap it around his face and watch him pass out.
I'm very busy. Don't give me any of your crap.
You dip the lab wipe into a beaker of the fluid. The towelette is still damp with chemicals from one of those other experiments. Better not mix the chemicals. You could cause an enormous explosion or even ruin your towelette. Not sure exactly whether it smells dirty or whether you just think it smells dirty because you know exactly where it's been. Okay? You dip the lab wipe into the beaker of the fluid. The towelette is still damp with chemicals from one of the other experiences. Better not mix them. Cause an explosion or even ruin your towelette. The towelette dries out in the dehumidified laboratory air. Okay, so it is back to being its normal self. So, what did I do? 312 is not the correct order. Hey, Bree, welcome in. I still do not have that set up. Ah, you're too slow, dragon. Too slow. Don't come in here and hurt me.
Hey, there'll be no blackboard sliding on my watch, mister.
Okay, so I wonder what order I should be doing this in. I don't even know exactly what I'm trying to accomplish. I know it's not 3, 1, 2. Well, let's just try 1, 2, 3 and see what happens. Actually, let me smell this now. Okay, still doesn't say anything different. Still doesn't say anything different, okay? 1, 2. Oh, okay, so 2 seems to automatically make it dry out. Let me try that again. Nope, okay, 2. 3. One. Okay. 2, 3, 1.
Take your sip, take your sip, take your sip.
Thank you, Bree. Should have disposed of it properly. Smells okay to you, but then again, you're not sure exactly what radioactivity smells like. Did it dry itself on its own? Do I only have a certain amount of time?
Please, I'm very busy. Don't give me any of your...
Hit him on the head. I can hit him on the head. There are better ways to control him than through the violent application of force. You turn the beanie on and aim it at Cecil. In his eyes, you see the beanie's lights strobing and sparkling.
What do you think you're doing?
Hypnotizing you.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I want you to focus on my voice.
Yes.
You are now hypnotized.
Yes.
You are familiar with hypnosis. You already know that just because you're under hypnosis, I can't make you do or say anything that you don't want to.
Yes.
Well, I want you to forget that you know that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What? Let's see. Stand there very quietly, don't get in my way, and don't make any noise. Tell me, is there any such
thing as an antidote to voyatrazine?
Cecil remains silent.
Can you hear me? I want you to tell me if there is a cure or antidote for voyatrazine.
I can't tell you.
Why can't you tell me?
Cecil winces as if thinking of the answer is causing him physical pain. You surmise that Cecil has already been programmed through hypnosis to be unable to speak on this subject. That could be construed as evidence that there does indeed exist a cure. You'll have to settle for that slender evidence because this line of questioning isn't leading anywhere. I don't think I want to tell him to open this, but let's see what happens.
I want you to open the biochamber door.
I can't do that.
Yes, you can. As I count to 3, you will find yourself more and more willing to open the biochamber door. 1. You are beginning to feel confident that you can open the biochamber door. 2. You're picturing the biochamber door open, what it will be like when you get through opening it. 3. You are now completely able to open the biochamber.
No, I'm not.
Why do you think you can't?
The doctor left very strict orders. I'm afraid he would kill me if I opened the door.
That is strict. Stand there very quietly. Don't get in my way and don't make any noise.
He obeys your request flawlessly. Under built-in control faces the biochamber, so let's access it. Okay. Hopefully I don't need colors. What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet? Supplies! With Cecil's suggestibility turned up to full and his will turned down to minimum, he's putty in your hand. You walk right by him and take control of La Chambre 4000. Maybe. I can press these buttons, but not the green one. No, I wanted to right-click, not left-click. Judging from the lack of response, you haven't done anything to the biochamber. Try to clean off the filthy buttons on the panel, but the dry lab wipe is in effect. Okay. the console with the moistened cloth, but the dirt seems unaffected. Okay. Wipe the console with the moistened cloth, but it seems unaffected until it dries out. Okay. I thank you. There's a giant rain cloud above my head, see? And I haven't yet gotten around to putting my H logo into it, but I will at some point. If I keep dipping it in the same one. Nothing? Okay. Wires, utility knife.
Yes?
Talk to him some more?
I need you to show me how to operate these controls.
Cecil's eyes grow wide and wet. He begins to sweat and whimper as he envisions the retribution that would be visited upon him for divulging the information you've requested. This imagined punishment, no doubt the product of prior conditioning, seems to be playing on one of Cecil's greatest fears. He's being reduced to mush.
Calm down. Everything is okay. You're feeling better and you can smell apple pie baking.
Oh, that's nice.
Stand there very quietly. Don't get in my way and don't make any noise.
Alright, well, let's go ahead and start the raid process here. Getting towards